Hi guys, welcome to Blunderful Basics with Tada Noxie. Alright, this vid by popular demand request is going to be the very basics, and I'll try to take it from start to finish and cut out all the boring stuff so it's not too long, okay? First off, we're working with Blender 2.79. We know it's 2.79 because it says right up here 2.79. Also up here, first, when you open Blender, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, you're going to have a box, and that's it. And up here, you find the information on the box. It's made of 8 verts. What are verts? Verts are the points. And let me go. I'm going to hit Tab to go into edit mode. And these 3 boxes are how you manipulate the mesh, okay? This one is for verts, and that's already selected. Vert is a single point of a mesh. Use the arrow, push that up, down. See how that's the only part that's affected. Just that vert is moving. All right. Then there are edges, which I call lines, okay? That's this box here, the middle one. Click on that one. See, now you've got actually 2 verts. The edge is the area that connects from a vert to another vert, okay, which is why I call it the line, but it's really the edge. All right. And then you have faces. That's this box here, okay? And faces moving will affect all the connected verts on that face, okay? Now, working with Blender with its objects or primitives is a lot like working with them in world. You've got your arrow, okay, with your X, Y, and Z. And if you look down here, it'll tell you which one's which, okay? Your blue arrow is your Z. And I'm going to go there, out of edit mode. And that moves it up and down like it does in world. Back and forth along the y-axis. And back and forth along the x-axis, okay? Depending upon if you're in edit mode or object mode, and we're in object mode now, so everything we're doing is affecting the whole object, whereas hit tab, we go into edit mode, okay, and see what happens if we move those same arrows, okay. I'll go back to tab because now I'm going to show you how to make something really simple and basic. So we're going to go ahead and delete this because now I've just mangled it all up. And we're going to add mesh cube. Now we've got a new mesh cube to work with. Later, we'll be playing with this area. This is one of our tool panels. This one has your scene hierarchy, and it tells you what's in your scene. So right now we have a camera. That's this. We have our cube, and we have a lamp, and that's this. Okay. You can go ahead and delete those if you want. We don't do anything with them. The lamp is nice for lighting it if we look at this in a rendered mode, but we won't be doing that in the basic Blender video. So we can actually go ahead and click on these and delete them. I'm not going to do that now just because I'm used to having them there. And then these are some other options, and we will be working today with the materials tab. Okay, but that's going to be later. All right, so over here is our other tool panel, and we're going to be working with the tools panel. And when we get to it, we will be working, and it'll show up in this mode, with the shading UV one. Okay, and that will show up when you're in edit mode. Different options will show up depending upon if you're in object mode or edit mode. Additionally, one thing we could do, we don't need it now, but if we pressed N, we get another panel to work with. And this just shows us where we, like right now, our box is at location 0, 0 and Z, and that would change if we moved it down and up, okay? And the scale and the dimensions, etc. And other things we could have done, we're not going to do now because this is the basic. And even though they're technically, I think, still basic, you can catch them in one of my other vids. Very easy to follow, okay? But then to make this go away, because we really don't need it now, I'm just going to press N again. Okay, so that was N for Nancy. All right, so let's have some fun. First, we're going to scale this on the Z axis, okay? So I'm going to press S for scale, or I could press up here, okay? But I'm going to press S and Z, and now it shrinks it down on that axis. See? Okay. Now I'm going to go into edit mode. And what I'm going to do is in face mode, I'm going to subdivide. So I'm going to go to my tools panel. Okay. I'm going to subdivide the bottom. I'll show you how we do that. So then subdivide, one more. Okay. Now see, we have more faces. You can see here, verts, faces on this side than we do on this side. And that's okay. So I want to make some legs. So I'm going to pick here and here and here and here. Okay, so I highlighted just those. So I'm going to make some table legs. Then I'm going to hit E to extrude on the Z axis and bring them down. And now we got table legs. How cool is that? But now we have all these extra verts we don't need, extra verts and faces. And we're going to clean them up right now as we go along. Why do we want to do that? We want to do that because the lower poly our mesh is, the better it's going to res in world, in game, and it's a good basic building practice to get in the practice of. So we can hit right mouse button and then shift right mouse button to select them all, but that's time consuming. So what I'm going to do is just get the ones that are going to be more out of sight. Along the edges first. Okay, now we're going to do it the easy way. We're going to hit C. See, it gives us this circle. Wheel, mouse wheel makes it bigger and smaller. We don't need it really big because we want to make sure we only hit a few areas. Left mouse button, click. Go, select the areas we want. Then what we're going to do is, this is where it gets fun. Now I'm going to show you the long way instead of the shortcut for now so you know how to find it. Mesh, delete, dissolve faces. Alright, it did not want to do one for some reason. I hate when it does that. Alright, so we're going to do this. C. I'm going to bet you it's one of the ones on the side, so we'll do it this way first. Take the ones I know it'll take. Working with Blender is always a challenge. Okay, and we're going to try again. Mesh, delete, or the X button, dissolve faces, or S. And it took it that time, okay? So now let's see if we can add more. X, S. There we go. I took it. X, S. See, it didn't like that one. X, S. Nope. Okay. do that one. X, S. Okay. For some reason, these little ones right here on the sides, it's not going to like. But we try anyways. Oops. What did I do? I broke something, so you know what we do? We hit Control Z. Control Z is our friend. Ooh, my legs are wonky. I have to fix those. To X. Oh, that's what I did wrong. Okay, Control Z. X. Faces. No, it doesn't want to. For some reason, it wants to keep those separate. So we'll let it because, you know, some things you just can't fight with. But let's fix our legs. When we do that, we just highlight all the verts in the legs. We want to make sure we don't miss any of them. So we miss any part of them, they'll stay behind when we fix the rest. Alright, so now we're just going to, actually should I just done the top? Yep, Control Z. There we go. That looks about straight, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, and I'm going to hit 0. There we go. And escape. There we go. Now we're looking at it the right way again. How did I do that? I hit 0 and 3 on the number pad. So now we have a table and we're ready to upload it, right? No, we're not ready. Why? Well, we want to be able to texture it, right? And tables have table legs and table tops and bottoms and sides. Like maybe you want this to be an all wood table. So one texture, it could work, you know. But maybe you want it to be one of those old-fashioned formicas where you've got, you know, the tabletop and then the sides are metal. So I'm going to show you how to do this, all right? And that's called UV mapping. So I'm going to show you how to UV map this and then how to assign faces because you can texture a couple of different ways, all right? But first we're going to pause. So to create our UV map, what we want to do is get to the UV image editor. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit tab so we're in edit mode. I said hit tab, thank you, not caps lock. And then up here, you see it's got this funny little symbol. This is so we can left mouse click, pull, and we've made a whole new window to work with. Okay, so we're going to move that out of the way because we're not using that for this now. We're going to make this our UV image editor window. And to do that, we come down here to this little pull down and we click on UV image editor. And now we can work with that. So I'm going to make this a little smaller for now. Now, there's a number of different ways to unwrap this. All right. I'm going to do it in a couple of different sections. Oh, also you can do something called making seams, but you can see how I do that in the mountain cliff video. All right. So for right now, we're going to click on this. We're going to go to shading UVs. We're going to click unwrap. All right. Now we got that part done. Click on this. Unwrap. Unwrap. There we go. And see, it went kind of funny because of these parts, but that's okay. Also looks like our table isn't a square. Well, that's weird. Well, we'll worry about that later. All right, now we're going to unwrap. Unwrap. And make sure those all unwrapped. And look what it did. That's not what we want. So let's hit Control Z. That one's unwrapped. And we'll do this one. Unwrap. And then we'll do this one. Unwrap. And then we'll do this one. Unwrap. And now they're all done. Okay. Next, we're going to do the legs. Unwrap. And look how funny that looked. We don't want that at all. Control Z. We're going to have to do it this way again. Yep. Blender can be tedious. Oops. No. Unwrap. Right mouse button, because I oopsed. And I got that one on the first time through, did I not? Yep. Alrighty. Almost done. Oh, we did this one already. Okay, so now if we hit A for all, everything is right there. But maybe not quite the way we wanted it. Oh, one more thing we have to do. So let's hit A again. We gotta do the bottoms. One. Let's see what happens if we do all of them. That'll work for now. Okay. Actually, no. It probably would have worked the way I'm going to show you, but just in case, we do it this way. Okay, so now we're going to do A. And let's see if I can average the island scale. Okay, that didn't do what I wanted, did it? No, it certainly didn't. What happens if we stitch? Ooh, look how messy that is. Okay, we're going to hit Control Z. Control Z. And I'll show you what I'm trying to do. So we start here with this one. Alright, we're going to go really big. We're going to, come on, pull this side in. S to scale. G to park it over here. Okay. Oh, actually, yeah, that's good enough. It's about that size. Okay. So then we're going to do the same with the bottom. Really don't know why it does that. L to get all the linked parts. S to scale it down. That's about right. G to park it over here with the other one. L scale. G, park it over here. L scale. G to park it over here. L scale. G. L scale. G. I'm not doing this exact as you want to do it for something that you're really caring about to bring in world and all that, okay, guys? So keep that in mind. Okay, now for the legs. I think we did this one too, did we not? Yep. Right. For the legs. And see, that's actually good where it's at, like that. Ditto, 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 ditto. Oops, that one didn't get unwrapped. Unwrap. Unwrap. I missed a leg. Unwrap. Alright, everything else did good. So on the bottoms. Oh, scale. Zoom. Hey. Come on. Okay, G. We'll park this one down here. L. Scale. G. L. Oops. Well, we can see what's going to need to be fixed and adjusted, but that's not what I wanted to do. L. Scale. No, scale. G. L. Scale. Come on. G. Okay, so now we can go over here and do L, and we've got everything, and we can actually leave it this way-ish if we want. The reason why I've done it this way is so that when we apply the texture, we just take the texture that we're going to be using on the various areas, like so if they're going to be different or the same or whatever, and we have to apply, the one here for the top bottom, the one here for the sides, the one here for the legs, and the one here for the leg bottoms. It's that simple. And it will apply the same way that it looks so that if you're using a pattern, it should follow it and look normal. It should. All right. So we're going to clean this up just a little though. Let's see. Come on. So we're going to click on this one, hit L. We're going to move it a little, about center. Then we're going to hit scale, and we're going to bring it up to about the same size. Come on. Good enough. Alrighty. Let's see. L and G. So that's about the same size already. So that one's good. This one. L and G. Yeah, that's good enough. L, G. There we go. See, now it's a little neater. Yeah, this one not so much, huh? Let's see. L. So this is the size I think we'll shoot for. So we'll do this one. There we go. L. Nope. There we go. L. G. Scale. Whoa. Okay. And then we'll do the same with this. L. G. Scale. That's about right. L. G. Scale. There we go. Now it's about right. Okay. So let me pause a minute. Oh, well, first, how do you export this out to work with it, right? Okay. So we're just going to hit A. Okay. What we do is we make a new image. Okay. Then we're going to UVs. We're going to export UV layout. So we'll name it class table and export. Okay. Hang on a minute and I'll bring up my photo editing program and show you what we do next. Alright, so here is my photo editing software. I'm using Corel Paint Shop Pro. Okay, and here's our UV map. Alright, so what we're going to do is I've already picked out a couple of things to use. So I know, really obnoxious looking, right? But I want to use it, so I'm going to. I need to edit, copy, okay. Then I go back to my class table map, and I need to edit, paste as new layer. Okay, I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it here, and I'm going to shape it. I want to make sure that it fills all the area. Okay, voila, that's my top and my bottom. We'll see how it looks in world because it's a pattern. Okay, so I want you to see if it doesn't work perfectly, why. And if it does, hey, great. I'm not expecting it to be perfect, okay? So you know, at least not for that. Next, we have our sides, our bottoms, and our legs. I'm going to go ahead and just use the same wood on all that. That's this one. This is a wood I made. I call it honey burl wood because I love it. And I actually love to use this for actual tables because it looks so pretty with a nice high gloss. But, that could just be me saying that because, hey, I like it. So we're going to copy. And then we're going to go to our class table. And we're going to edit. Paste as new layer. Okay. And we're going to move it. And we're going to go ahead and scale it down just a bit. We don't have to. We don't have to on this one because the pattern of this isn't as specific. But just so we can see so it doesn't overlap anywhere else. And we're going to put it here and we're going to put it there. So edit, copy, bring it down, and edit. Now this is where it's going to be tricky. Oops, that's all right. I copied instead of pasted. Now we're going to bring this in, way in, and then we're going to do that. See, it's kind of got a stretch to it, so I'm not sure how that's going to look in World, but we'll see. All right. So oops, that's what I forgot to do. Edit, paste. There it is. Ha, I screwed up and you all saw it. Edit, paste. So there we got it. Got it again. All right. So then I'm just going to save this to my hard drive. I'm going to save it as class table texture, and then I'll show you how to bring it all in World and make something of it. I'm not doing it live because this is already a half hour long. Hang on. All right, so we're back over here so we can save out. Let me move this around so I like big screens here. I'm going to go to object mode. Now we're going to save out our table, okay? And to do that, we do File, Export, Collada Default Day. Now over here, you want to make sure you hit Selection Only. That's very important, okay? And then we name it Class Table and Export. All right, I'll show you how to upload it in World in just a minute. Hi guys, and I'm back. All right, so as you can see, I already have the screen up. What I did, now I'm using Sing, some use Firestorm, etc. So how you get to it's a little different. In Singularity, it's File, Upload Mesh, and then I went and I navigated to where it was. Now you'll notice that it changed the name. I saved it as Class Table, and it says Cube 001. And that's because it's naming it by what it was named in Blender. So I'm just going to go ahead and do Class Table. Because this is so simple and basic, I don't even have to change anything. All right. So all this is just going to stay what it is. We're going to calculate weights and fees because you always have to. And upload. All right. So we go to my messy inventory. Yes, I've got a million things. We're just going to go to recent. And we'll see class table. We'll bring that out. And there it is. Look at that. And I already uploaded the texture. So let's see what happens. Look at that. And as you can see, it's not quite perfect here. Remember I said I wasn't expecting it to be. So that's okay. We can put a different texture on there later. But to put a different texture on there means going back and changing it all. And so I'm going to do another basic vid and show you how to fix that using assigning the faces. All right. But for now, that's the vid. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in World. Come to class. Great discussion and answers afterward. Big hugs.